Head over to miniaturemarket.com. They have thousands of board games at discounted prices like Tucano. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today I'm joined by my friend
Greg Dixon, thanks for having me.
Today we're going to be gathering all sorts of cute little adorable vegetables and fruits like pineapples and avocados and grapefruits and lemons and all that sort of stuff. So let me show you how it works. I'll see you on the other side. Tucano is a simple set collection game with adorable artwork. Over the course of the game, you'll be collecting cards as sets, and they each score differently. Like this one has 8 points if you only have one of these. But it goes down to 6 and 4 and 2 and 0, 2 and minus 2 if you get more and more of these. So this is good, you only want one of these. This is worth 0 if you don't have the most, or 2 points per banana if you have the most of these. This one, there's only 2 of them in the deck. 5 if you have 1, 12 if you have both. This is a wild that you could say is any card at the end of the game. This one starts at -2, but then goes up. If you get all 4 of them, you'll have 16 points. Things like that. Turns are super simple. You're gonna take one column and take all the cards. This one's negative, that's not great, you don't want it. You're gonna wait till there's enough good cards that makes it worth it to take that bad one. So is this one. This one's negative, so maybe you just take this one. It's only worth 1 point right now, but if I get 3 or 4 of them, it might be worth it. So I take this one. Then you add 1 card to every single pile that's there. And hey, you know what? This pile's looking better, this pile's looking better, but you know what? Somebody is like, no, I think I'll just take the sure thing. So up comes another one, and then up comes another one, and then up comes another one. And the next person goes, you know what? You know, this one does have a negative, but the rest of these are good, I'll take this. And then, you know, another one, another one, another one. And you keep going like this. That's pretty much how the game works. Now, in the second half of the deck, a bunch of these toucan cards are mixed in, and they're special abilities. There's 3 things that happen. If you take a column that has this card in it, you get to steal a card from somebody. If you take a card like this, you get to give a card of one of the ones that you have to somebody. That would be a great time to give one of those cards that has a negative value to somebody. And this one is, you basically flip all the cards in front of you face down, so you're gonna have to kind of remember what you've got, but it also makes them safe that other players can't take things from you. There's a bunch of these cards, I think there's 12 total, and that's pretty much it. You play to the end of the deck, everyone adds up their points, whoever has the most is the winner. Now before I get to my final thoughts, I want to tell you about a way that you can save money on your cell phone bills with Mint Mobile, who's sponsoring these final thoughts. Now you may have seen the owner and actor Ryan Reynolds and his funny commercials about how Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for as low as $15 a month without sacrificing any coverage, speed, or data. Now they're built on the nation's largest 5G network. They keep costs low because they sell direct to you online, and they cut out the retail stores and salespeople. You can scan the QR code or go to mintmobile.com/GameBoyGeek to check out this great offer, all while helping support my channel. All right, there's Tucano. First of all, love, love, love the adorable artwork.
Yeah.
Reminiscence of Sushi Go, like you said.
Yeah, very simplistic.
Yeah.
But endearing.
Yeah, it's really, this is one of those games that like, it'll just draw people to the table because of how cute it is.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about like recently, like adorableness and cuteness is kind of in right now in board games.
Yeah.
Like think of Flamecraft. Honestly, half the reason why that game is as popular as it is because of how adorable it is. It's a good game.
Yeah.
That people like more, including me, because of how adorable it is.
Especially lighter games.
Yeah.
Right? There's no reason you need to have like intense art in like a game you're gonna be playing with your 7-year-old.
Yeah, but even Flamecraft, for example, like
I haven't played that
that's
one,
like a light medium Euro game.
Right, I'm saying it's in the lighter end of the range from what I understand.
Yeah. But like adorable's in, and this is adorable. This is...
Well, so is nature. Nature's in with Earth and Arc Nova, even with the heavier end of this.
And nature's not in. Nature is like overdone at this point. But I'm not complaining because I would much rather see those themes than the stupid fantasy crap I don't care about. You know, it's like the same old themes. I would rather them just go all in on nature if it means I don't see if I don't see another Cthulhu, if I don't see another fantasy, if I don't see another trading Mediterranean.
What about zombies, Dan?
That too. Basically anything that most people like, I don't like. So as long as nature themes are taking things away from those themes, I'm a happy guy because I actually like nature. You know, I do a lot of stuff outside.
You're a hardened nonconformist.
Yes. This is a great, I got intro to set collection up there. This is a great beginner to set collection, intro to set collection game because it is dead simple. Pick a column of cards, add a card to every column, including the one you took from. That's the game.
Well, what's cool too, and what really makes that work is that there's a lot of ways to get negative points. And so you can sort of build these columns that, yeah, there's a lot of great stuff in there, but you can also really get hosed. And so you can take the sort of safe bet and take the small column where it's all positive, or you can push your luck. So there's a big, it's not only set collection, like a Sushi Go, there's a huge push your luck element in this that I think could be overlooked when people just think, oh, it's another Sushi Go. No. There's a real push your luck because there's some of them where the more you get, the less points you get in that set. But you might take it anyway because there's other stuff in there you could really use.
You gotta wait. It's like I say, it's like a game of chicken.
Yeah.
Because you're like, this one pile's getting big because there's a bunch of negative stuff, but it also has a lot of good stuff. At some point, there's gonna be enough good stuff that someone's gonna be like, fine, I'll take it, right? Like, and that's the fun part of it.
And there's enough sort of, I'm going to say take that, but there's enough things that can happen later where stuff can get moved around.
Yes.
But there's always that hope that like even if I get a garbage card, maybe somehow I'll get rid of it later or it'll be kind of rectified later on.
Yeah.
So there's always that hope, but it doesn't usually pay off.
Yeah, I like that when you look at some of the cards, the set collection ones, you can intuitively tell how many there are in the game of that type.
Yeah.
So like it might say one of them 0 points, the 6th one is 18 points.
Yeah.
You know that there's only 6 of those cards in the game.
Right.
So you can look at your pile and go, okay, there's only 4 left. You can kind of count the cards a little bit.
That makes for a very strong push your luck element because it's like maybe this set of cards there's 4 in the whole game.
Yeah.
And from 3 to 4 is like 11 more points.
Yeah.
It's like, are you really going to go all in on that one, knowing that the odds of you getting that last card? I mean, it's not like, oh, there's 10 of these.
And knowing that you might have to take a negative point card to get that one. Right.
So I think you can already tell there's a lot to consider for a game that's like dirt light, dirt simple.
Super light. You know, and I was in our local game store, Recreation Games, the other day, and I saw this on the shelf, and I also saw like 5 or 6 other games that are in the same size box by Helvetic, the same company.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, now I want to kind of try a bunch of these other ones.
Yeah, I didn't know
like
that.
They had this one, I had a bunch of other ones, and I was like, I had no idea.
Thank you.
Yeah, like
check out, buy them all.
Seriously.
No. I mean, this company's like on my radar now. I don't think I'd ever heard of them before. But
Yeah, and this is done by Theo.
I
I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Riviere.
Riviere.
He's a French designer who's done a lot of things with my favorite designer, Bruno Catala. So like he's a well accomplished designer. I like that some of the cards you need majorities for. It's like, hey, it's worth 0 points per card, but if you have the most, it's worth 3 points per card. And you're fighting for majorities.
Like push your luck element.
And the other thing about the majorities is, okay, so let's get to some of these other cards. The second half of the deck, there's a bunch of these Tucano cards, and they have special abilities. One of the things is you take all your cards and you flip them over, which is good and bad. Good because other players can't steal things because one of the cards of the Tucans allows you to steal cards.
Yeah, so they're locked in.
But the bad thing is now you don't know how many you have of things unless you remember. And it's a little bit of a trick. It's like, wait a minute, how many did I have? Now, how many does he have? And I usually don't like memory elements in the game, but it's usually towards the end, and then it's like, I don't know, it's fun.
Hopefully by then you've been playing long enough that it's ingrained in you, like I really need papayas and plums or whatever it is, and it doesn't hurt you too much, but it is good that you pointed that out. Because there's going to be people who hear that and go, no, I'm out. I don't want any memory element at all.
That too, and there's cards that say, steal a card from a player. Take that, mass markety.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's there. But again, because so many people are also flipping their cards over, usually it's not like the worst.
It's not a major element of the game. It's an aspect. It's something that could be a negative for some people. And I'm still kind of on the fence about it. Like, does it need to have as much as it does?
Yes, yeah. So I think it's
a small thing to
consider. The game is best, I think, with 3 or 4 players because with 2 players, number one, you almost get too many cards. Now, you can't remove cards from the deck because, again, there's set collection and a certain amount of cards. So you always play with the whole deck. And you almost end up with, it's almost too open and you almost get too many cards in a 2-player game. 3 or 4, you're fighting over things a little more. So I think the game's best with 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
But the other argument that you have, that we both have, is so those Tucano cards that you mix in the bottom of the deck, especially with 2 players, there's too many of them.
Yeah, that's the thing. I need to play it more because
it's almost as if
it feels like
there should only be, like, we feel like for a 2-player game,
maybe half of them.
Half of them. I think I can't remember how exactly. I think there's 3 of each. I think there's 12 total.
So in a 2-player game, it feels like at the end it's just like overwhelming.
Yes.
There's so much happening where you're so carefully planning, and then all of a sudden it's like steal this, steal that, move this.
But you also have more cards, right? So
yeah, I don't know.
But for us, it felt like in a 2-player game you should remove like half the Tucans. In a 3-player game, you should remove like 1 of each. In a 4-player game, it's probably okay to have them all in there.
Maybe with repeat plays, we'll kind of adjust to the fact that there's so many of those and play accordingly, and it won't seem to matter so much. But definitely after just a few plays, there's that feeling of like, there's too much of this, a little bit too much.
Yeah, but overall, I really like it.
Yeah.
I like it best with 3 or 4. Would I not play it with 2?
No, it's still good at 2.
It's still good.
It's very good at 2.
But if you're looking for like a light intro to set collection that you can play with anybody off the street, but still has like some agency there that's interesting for gamer enthusiasts in a tiny little box.
Well, I like that it's set collection, but also very much push your luck. It's those 2 genres both done well.
Yep.
So
there you go. I'm recommending it, and that's Tucano.
Good one.
Game Toppers not only transforms your existing table into a high-quality gaming solution, but they now offer full leg kits and dining cover solutions for the full table application. Paired with over 20 styles of thematic game mats in 11 different sizes from notable board game artists like Vincent Dutray, collapsible cup holders, and real cool accessories, experience what thousands of other gamers enjoy by upgrading every game you play with a Game Topper system. Save hundreds of dollars on Game Topper package deals that are in stock now for immediate shipping at GameToppersLLC.com or click the link below.